Hey, hey, what's good, y'all? My name is Jules. I'm the East Coast host of the Pride Media, and I have my co-founder here with me, Miss Fox. What's going on, girl?
Hey, how y'all feeling?
Well, you know I'm jamming. You know what I'm doing. And let me turn it down because we got some really important. We got some important people here today, and I just want to shine the light on the world today. Miss Fox, what you got going on over there, girl?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I was actually getting really excited to hop up here. We haven't done this in a while, and so I'm happy to be back up here. Happy to talk to people. Happy to reach out, and hopefully, we reach a couple people today.
Well, that's our goal, right? To touch as many lives as we can, right? Correct?
Pretty much, that's our passion. Definitely.
Okay, so the whole situation with today's show is we want to touch on the domestic violence type of thing. You know, it's a lot of people that's in relationships with people who they believe that they should be with based on love. But I was told love can get you hurt. Love can get you battered. You want to shine some light on that, Miss Fox?
This is something that is near and dear to my heart. So, yes, I will have something to say about it. The first thing that I do want to say about it is if you do find yourself in any type of domestic violence, do not, and I mean do not stay. It will not get better. It will ultimately get worse as it goes. I have actually been a battered woman, quote unquote, and it was not okay. I believe that, he would change. I believe that, we could do better. I had hopes on, when we first got together, I was holding on to that little bit of hope saying, oh my goodness, we used to be so this and we used to be that. You have to get out of there. You have to leave. It will not change. It will not get better. I can assure you of it. And you're worth so much more. You're worth way more than somebody, selling you a false dream. So I can't wait to touch on this. Can't wait to talk to the person that we're speaking with today. She's dynamite. Can't wait to hear her story. And I'm just here. I'm happy to be in the land of living, honestly.
Well, that sounds good to me. Let's talk about the individual that is coming up. Her name is Miss Tico Davis. She told me her story, and I immediately was hurt. Like, I felt like I wanted to jump out there with her. If I could been there, if I could help her, if I could save her in any type of way. I was like, what better way to do that? Because I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight with her. I wish I was there to help her, so she didn't have to go through that. I wish she had connected with me a long time ago. But we here now, and that's okay. But I want her to shine the light, so let's talk about her a little bit. Let's talk about her. She wrote a book, girl. She wrote a book. You hear me? She telling the story. She want people to know. And she, from her words, it took her a minute to do this. But I'm so excited. We gotta pull Miss Tico up here, right? Correct?
Please do. Can't wait. And I love reading, so writing books is near and dear to my heart as well. So come on, bring her out. Bring her out.
All right then. Well, here go Miss Tico. Tico, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Peace and love, people. Peace and love.
Oh my God, I cannot believe. Okay, so we've been off the show for a couple weeks now after our Hollywood trip, but you are the first one to break us out, okay, again, and I am so happy to have you on the show with us today. Can you tell me a little bit about, your story and what brought you here today on the show?
Well, domestic violence is real, and it gets overlooked when it's an aggressive lesbian or if it's a male. Police come out, police blow it off, 9 times out of 10, even if the aggressive lesbian didn't start it, which a lot of times they don't, or the male didn't start it, they are the first to go to jail. Has happened to me. My domestic violence started off with just plates, maybe a plate thrown at me, maybe an argument, maybe grabbing me or something, and it started progressing. And because I was the aggressive lesbian, I kept saying I'm not going to hit my wife. I'm not going to put my hands on my wife. I would just push her off. Well, it got escalated to a point of no return where
Wow.
the human mind could not even imagine someone you love taking you to a whole nother island and trying to put you up for a blood sacrifice.
Oh my God.
And and that's where the book come in at. And then there's I spend it off with a movie, Boys Cry, where it basically show me and my partner before the trip, like how we were. And it also has, personal stuff in there with my brother, because my brother as well uh, was abused by his kid's mother. And the reason that we have that behavior is because we watch our mother get abused as children. And that's a whole nother topic in itself, how the kids are affected as they grow up. Um, so I dedicated my life as I got older to help children, to help people with mental illness, and to help people that experience some form of domestic violence. I do have a degree in psychology, so and then having it done to me, um, to be able to help people on a whole different type of level. Because, like I said, the LGBTQ community gets overlooked as being victims of domestic violence. We get overlooked all the time, and the light needs to be shined on it. And that's what I'm here to do: shine that light on it.
Well, that's amazing, man. That's so. You said you wrote a book too, right? What's the name of your book?
To death do us part, hell and paradise.
Okay, can you
So
tell us
it's
what it's
supposed to have
about?
been a 5-day trip. It's supposed to have been a 5-day trip for my partner's. I don't want to name no names because I don't want to get sued or nothing like that. So my partner's birthday, and I'm thinking we're just going to the Dominican Republic to have a great time. Well, it didn't happen that way. I didn't know for 6 months to a year she was preparing me for this ceremony to sacrifice me off.
Oh my
Um,
God.
um, woo, boy, I had to take a breath. Okay.
And when you mean sacrifice you off, do you mean kill you?
Yes.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
trying to get into their voodoo community. It's called Sangrita, Santi Sangrita. And in order to get in that community and for it to be a successful sacrifice, you have to pick a pure soul. And if anybody know me and how I help the community and how I am, I'm a pure soul.
Wow. Keep going. Tell. I'm listening. I'm listening. So tell me, walk us through it.
Well, that's to get into the ceremony. It's not something that an individual say, we're going Monday and Thursday I'm sacrificing you all. No, it's a preparation. It's a preparation. When I say a preparation, it's a preparation with your food, um, with sex. Uh, they have to find a way to bind themselves to you.
Wow.
Okay. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. I accidentally pushed this button. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm devastated. Go ahead.
So once they bind themselves to you, which with her, my partner, it was through sex. And when I say through sex, not like, oh, she did certain performances or moves or anything like that. It was certain things she would eat on purpose to make me want to have sex more and more. Like, is this sensitive? Ain't nobody, like, no young people listening to this, is it?
No, this is an adult conversation.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're all right.
Okay. When I say like eat stuff and other things that are done, certain herbs and certain things like that. So when you're in the midst of having oral sex or oral sex, um, it's gonna come to your head that, wait a minute, okay, this tastes good. Like, before you done it, but wait a minute, it ain't never taste like this. And so what that does, it makes you want more and more. You become addicted to it. And
And so,
so that's how the bonding starts and the preparation from the sex. Then it's food. And it's other things. I could keep going, but it's other things that can be done to start preparing you. But 9 times out of 10 is gonna be through sex.
Okay, so you guys pretty much came like y'all like merged together for with sex in order for them to kill you. Like I'm trying to understand like what you went through, and I'm trying to have you bring it out as best as you can.
Well, I'm not gonna give you details on all that I went through. You got to get the book. That in
that
the
in the
book
book,
it breaks it down what they actually did to me. So I'm not gonna do that. What was the point of writing the books? I mean, no. But I'm just giving you the basics. Like, please be aware, voodoo and crazy people are real. Like, this is no joke. You
you
will
will,
you will never know who you're marrying or dating or what they're into, and you gotta be aware, and you gotta be woke, and you just gotta be really open. Like, if you feel something ain't right, 9 times out of 10 it ain't right.
Correct. And you before we get into it, you have a guest that came to see you to speak with you, correct?
What you mean? A guest that came? When?
when,
Like,
like,
Well, you told me that you plan on making a film about this. Is that correct?
no, I didn't. I'm already in the process of making a film. It's not gonna be about the trip to the Dominican Republic. It's gonna be about how we were before we went to the Dominican Republic. It's about domestic violence, but it's from a male perspective, and it's from a aggressive lesbian perspective, and it tells some of my life story, some of it, not a lot. Like, the main character, Ade, is me. My middle name is Ade. Ade is a therapist. I have done mentoring, counseling, so just little stuff like that. The male that's in there references to my brother, what he was going through, and
and then
then the book
the
explains, okay, the whole trip.
Okay. And so how were you in your perspective? How were you able to get through the domestic violence that you were going through?
It took a very long, long time. This is 2023. And
And that,
that happened back, what is this? What, 7, 8 years ago? And I'm just now really talking about it.
right, that's deep. And what made you finally decide to tell a story about it?
I stopped being scared. I stopped being a victim.
That's good. That's good. Miss Fox, you got a question?
I definitely do. Tico, this takes great strength, and I am very proud of you. I just want to start there. I have heard of the rituals and things that happen when people are doing sacrifice as far as voodoo. Also, I definitely know about the different things that you can eat to lure somebody in to make them. Um, it becomes some sort of like a bondage to that person. Um, what I want to know is, how did you meet this young lady? Take us back to how you met her.
Well, I was in this Greek organization. I can't say their name. I don't want them coming to sue me either. I was in this Greek organization, um, and we had a crossing in Tennessee at the cabins, and she was online to be my soror, but she didn't make it. And some of my bros, they all knew her because they was from a Midwest city, and they kept encouraging her to talk to me, but she was trying to talk to me earlier, and I really wasn't paying her no attention. Because I never do. Like, I just be in my own little world. I don't be like, oh dang, I'm gonna holler at her. That's not me. I just sit back and just chill. Um, and so I ended up giving her my business card. At that time, I had Tico's Corner, which you can still Google it to listen to like some of the old podcasts. I don't do it anymore. Um, I had the modeling going. I was in a couple short films, and then I had the mentorship going where I was doing mentoring the kids, and then I had helping the mothers at the shelter that had kids, raising stuff for them. So I had all this stuff going on, and so now that what I know now, I was targeted because I had all that stuff going on, and an average person is not just gonna do all that stuff trying to really change the community. Um, so I think she waited about a week, a couple days to call me, and we just like talked on the phone for a while, and then we end up seeing each other. But from that whole Dominican Republic, y'all, situation, mm, 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 mm. From that situation, I had over 7 nervous breakdowns. I stopped counting. Me and my auntie stopped counting. It was so many. We just stopped counting. Where I was hospitalized in a crazy facility or mental institution, whatever you want to call it. I have roamed the streets of Austin out of my mind. I lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my car. I lost my dog. And I became homeless for over a year. And when my manager at my job recently read my book, she's from the islands. And she knew exactly what happened. I didn't even have to tell her nothing. She said most people don't come back from that. They either go insane and don't come back from being insane, or they don't make it back off that island. And for those that's listening, I would say, please never go to the Dominican Republic. I don't care how beautiful it is. I don't care how nice it is. Don't go. Because June 15th to June 20th, is when they have this ceremony every year. So don't go.
Wow. That is amazing. You answered my next question of how it has affected you. So I will not ask that question. But I did see something today. And usually every time we do one of these talk shows, I see something before, we bring the person on. And I hadn't spoken to you, but I seen this thing and it said, some people come into your life when you're at peace and they leave you in pieces.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep, and that's definitely what ties into it. And yes, those ceremonies do. They are reaching for your soul or your spirit. So if they get your soul, that means you're gone. You're gone from this earth. If they get your spirit, that means you're gone mentally. So I commend you on coming back from it. It is not an easy fate. So congratulations on that. Moving forward, I'm gonna kind of shift gears a little bit. When you were writing your book and it was recounting the um, things that you experienced in your life, how did it make you feel? How did it affect you when you were going through it, writing it down? Because I know you had to
It
revisit
felt,
things.
it felt, it was a release. Like when I wrote that book, I think I wrote that book in probably a couple weeks. I wrote it so fast. It's like once I sat down, I was just boom, like just gone. Like I'm getting it all out. And I was okay with that.
Awesome.
And after I wrote it,
Mhm.
it was a release for me. Because I was holding that all in. I was holding in all the nervous breakdown, you know, going from having clothes and suits to a backpack with a pack of t-shirts, two pair of socks, and a pair of shoes that you got on, and one pair of jeans. I was already humble, but it broke me down to be even. I didn't even think you can get more humble when you already humble. Now clothes don't matter to me. I'm not about to go shopping and got to keep up with everybody. I never tried to do that anyway, but by modeling and stuff, I always try to have nice stuff. So if I took a photo shoot, none of that stuff mattered to me no more.
And I can kind of understand why it doesn't matter to you when you go through something that is as traumatic as that. You start to appreciate certain things in life. I'm there with you. I went through not the same thing, but it was kind of similar. Um, and so I do understand you saying that it doesn't matter to you anymore. Materialistic things do not matter. The things of the world,
It's not just the materialistic things. It's a lot of things.
right?
Like I was already a earthy person, and meditation and all that. But it's just like life is so precious.
That's good. I was just thinking that. Keep going.
And it's just like I look at the itty bitty things. I look at how the ant go across the concrete trying to get back home, and or the butterflies, or just sitting in my apartment with my dog and being at peace. Don't have to be out in the streets. Or going to help a lady I see in the grocery store carry her groceries to the car. Just the simplest things that we can appreciate, to look at that older woman and say, well, that's going to be me and I want to be happy like her. And then already had a relationship with God, and I know who Jesus is, because God the one that got me off that island. So I already had a relationship with him when I went over there. So
So
imagine my
imagine.
relationship now.
Right. And Miss Monique said to you, she said she couldn't imagine going through something as traumatic as that. The fact that you were able to make it out and able to tell others about your experience. She said, "Thank you for sharing in your vulnerability." She appreciated this. That was to Miss Monique to you.
Appreciate you. It took me some time, but people really need to know. Trauma in itself uh, can cause mental illness. Okay, I never experienced mental illness before in my life. No depression, no PTSD, no bipolar, no mood swings, nothing. And after that situation, how it broke me, because it broke me. I have PTSD now, and I have bipolar.
So, do you still are you still fighting with this Are you still battling this, or have you healed from it yet?
Well, it's gonna always be a battle. I heal from what that individual did. I heal from that I was over there in that island. I heal from that I lost everything and I was homeless. But now I got a thorn and a reminder. Now I have to deal with another chapter in my life, mental illness.
All right. So, what is your current relationship status right now?
Single.
All right.
Single.
Okay. So, where could if somebody wanted to find your book, where could they find that?
They can either go on my Facebook page, but it's on Amazon. It is on Amazon for people to purchase, and it's $15.
Okay. And if there was anybody else that was watching you right now that was going through the same thing that you're going through, what would you tell them?
Which part? The mental illness or
Both. Both.
or they feel that they mate is plotting on them to do something evil.
No, I'm talking about the domestic violence, not the plot, but the domestic violence and the abuse. Yeah, the same thing.
Get out before it get worse. Go to your local church for support. Find the local domestic violence support groups in your area, because it's not going to get better. They'll say, okay, you know what? They'll start manipulating you like it was just an argument, which most abusers are narcissists. Um, it was just an argument, and they'll butter you all up. You know, a whole week may go by. Hey, maybe even two, maybe a month, but it's going to happen again. And each time it's going to escalate and escalate and escalate until you either get seriously hurt or you end up getting killed.
Is there like a number or something where they could contact someone for help, or what would you say? Would you tell them to contact the family? Because a lot of people, they go through the domestic violence and they be quiet. They don't tell nobody what's going on. What would
No,
you say? Did you hear me, ma'am?
It delayed for a moment, so I don't know if she has come back up yet. It did delay for just a
I
moment.
have a friend that is a hello. Y'all see her? Did I
Yes,
drop?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. They have a friend that's a good friend, a person that's being abused. Even if you do not see the wounds, behavior patterns will change. Your friend that you've been knowing for 10 years, you're going to feel like something ain't right. Something is thrown off. And that gut instinct that you have is 9 times out of 10 correct.
No, that's right. Okay, so is there anything that, well, anything else you want to share about your story? Because I wanted to get deep, and I was gonna go deep. I was about to ask questions about, how did you escape? What took place? Well, just give us like a teaser of the book. Cause that's the thing, you got to get us excited about. Cause I'm already excited, but I feel bad, I feel sad, and excited all at the same time. So this is like a roller coaster you got me sitting here on. Like I'm
Yes,
Well,
sitting
ma'am.
here.
I definitely want to give out some type of resources. And then, you guys, if y'all experiencing something, my Facebook page is always open to inbox me and just say, I need to get out. I need help. And I will point you into the right direction for resources in your area, because domestic violence is a silent killer. It can be a very silent killer.
And domestic violence don't always just have to be physical; it could be mental as well, and that
It
could
can be
kill.
mental, emotional, sexual. Yes, it's not just somebody putting their hands on you. It can be verbal abuse, all that.
Definitely, all that plays a part on your psyche. So you
I
saying,
think the verbal abuse is worse, you ask me.
you know what, we know what I think is worse. I think the emotional is worse because it's playing on your mind. It just only attacks your mind. I think it's worse, but all of it in a sense is just not okay. Gaslighting, being manipulative, being a narcissist, all of that is ridiculous. And so this right here, you speaking out is going to help and reach somebody else. And we really appreciate you coming up here and talking with us today about it and being so open. The book, I definitely am about to go and purchase that because now I need to read that. I'm very
Thank you.
so you're very welcome. So I will be on your page. I'll be on Amazon. I'm going to be somewhere trying to get that book. My next question to you is: are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep writing?
Yes, definitely. I just wrote Boys Cry not too long ago, the movie. So that's in production now. And, if anybody want to donate for the cause for that movie, you just go to boyscry.com and make a donation. $5, $10, whatever.
What is Boys Cry about?
Boys Cry is about mostly my life and my brother's life, where I am a therapist and I have an abusive wife. My brother is a husband, 2 kids. He has an abusive wife. And it has a storyline, about every day, me just, well, not me, but which is me, because I'm not in it. I'm just saying the character. Everyday life, being a therapist and helping other people get out of situations about domestic violence. And she's in a domestic violence situation. So,
So
but it will be released soon. And I'm hoping that I can get people to not just be here in Texas to come and see it, but make it a nationwide thing, bring it city to city. Um, because it has to be heard. I mean, I don't think anybody mate has went to the ultimate extreme like mine. I haven't heard yet. So it's a process. It is a process.
Miss Fox, you got anything up?
I do. Any of your books, are they audio books? Have they been made into it? And is that an option?
Is it an audio book? No, it's just on hard copy, paper copy, and Kindle at this time, but it is coming to audio. I'm putting that in the works right now. Um, but I do want to give out that domestic violence number hotline
Okay.
for people that, and it is confidential, people. So don't feel like you gotta, give your name, your address, and all that. And if you in some type of dangerous situation, where you asking somebody to come out and try to help you get out of the situation, take you away to a emergency shelter or something like that, that will be your resources in your local area. Um, but the help hotline is 1-800-799-7233. And then if you want to chat, you just send start. So you're sending start as the phone number to 887 excuse me, 88788. And I really appreciate y'all for taking the time out of y'all busy lives to hear Tico's story. I appreciate it.
No, we the honor is ours. We were I'm very happy to have you here. Like, I'm very emotional about
Yeah.
your story, so I'm not as enthusiastic as I normally would be. I just appreciate you popping out. You know what I'm saying, and being heard. Like, I love that. Miss Fox.
I also feel the same way. This, like I said, is near and dear to my heart, and to even speak about it is not easy. So you coming up here and you speaking out is really. I know it's a lot of people that's looking and listening right now, and they're wanting to do the same thing. They were probably maybe on the brink of doing it, and so now this is going to bring it forth. So I once again I'm going to commend you on speaking about it and being so open about it. Now I'm more enthralled to read the book. So yeah, this was touching, and I appreciate you, and I just want to say that I love who you are.
Well, thank you. Keep in touch, definitely. Keep in touch.
Oh yeah, I'll get right to request.
Definitely. Miss Davis. I mean, Miss Tico. Don't
Yes.
stop reaching out to people, because in my business, that's exactly what we do. We reach out to other people and we help people. Like, if you down, anything, we help inspire, motivate, and encourage. So just seeing that there's other people out here doing it just like us, it's like we aligned for a reason. So it was a reason why we met. Remember, I told you that's the reason why. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
we,
So
we clicked right as soon as we got on the phone. It was like an instant click. So,
that's right. I do not want you to go off in the clouds and be gone and I can't get a hold of you. I still want you to keep doing what you're doing. Push that book, push that movie, and it's gonna be multiple. You're gonna have very, very much success on your journey. Definitely. So we not gonna hold the show too long, because you definitely told us exactly what you came to tell us. Ain't that right? Yes, you said
Yeah.
what you wanted to say. Miss Fox,
So
you got anything for Tico? Miss Davis.
yes, I want you to keep that spark that you have in you alive. No one can take that from you. And a lot of people sometimes when they see goodness in you, just like you said that they were looking for a pure heart, they see that goodness in you and they try to downplay it, they try to downcast it. Keep shining. Whether they look in or not, they're gonna respect it. And so I just want you to just, keep going, because I'm actually there with you. So I want to lock arms with you. And I hope to continue to see more, hear more from you.
yes, definitely, definitely. I just feel like I am definitely a child of God, and I am a vessel, and He's gonna use me.
Hmm. Have me start shouting here, Tico.
Huh?
I said, have me start shouting in here.
I'm
He's
over here playing my tambourines.
He's gonna use me. I thought I was being used before, but
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
I
because
was
it's
just
not
I was
finished.
just doing. I was just doing before. But he's gonna actually use me. It's a big difference.
That's good, Tico. I'm gonna cut you off right there for just a second. That's really good that you said that. I've been saying it for a long time, and this is how I know I'm in alignment, and you are too. You have been existing. Now it's time to live. He is not finished with you. Your assignment is not done yet. I just wanted to say that to you because I heard it in my spirit. So that's what I needed to say to you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Amen on that one.
I'm
God,
just,
thank you
I'm
so
just,
much.
listen, guys. I'm just sitting here like, oh my God. I feel like everything that we started, we are aligning with the right type of people. And even though we have been through everything that we've been through, it's all aligning us to be soldiers for the Lord. Ain't that crazy? It's not crazy, but that's a beautiful thing, correct?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I just I'm just so in love with the process. God wasn't done with us, so we was going through what we was going through, the battles that we fought, because He is bringing us to do a job. Everybody was
Yes.
called to do something, and look at that.
He
All the
gotta
soldiers is
he gotta
lining
build
up.
you up. He gotta build you up. He gotta get you strong. You gotta learn how to fight them little itty bitty battles and be like, okay, all right, I'm going and rebuke that devil and get away from that. Okay, I'm a, them little battles. So when the big battle come, you know how to handle it.
That's right. That's right, man. Wow. All right then, Miss Lady. So, how can people get a hold to you if they wanted to, tap into your Facebook, your friends? How can they get a hold to you, girl? Tell them.
On Instagram is Tico Davis, TekoDavis. On Facebook is Tico Davis, Tekodavis.
All right, because I was already about to send you a friend request, but we already friends. We locked in. Miss Fox, you gonna send Tico a friend request?
I already did while we were talking. Yes, I did. My
So
name
we.
on Facebook though is Rainbow Tico. So you'll see some girl, some chocolate girl reading a book. That's me, Rainbow.
Period.
Okay.
So we all aligned. We all locked in. I do want to send a special shout out and some love to Miss Heidi and Lady Poetry 86. We definitely appreciate you coming here and being a part of the show for the evening. But we gonna end this here, and I want to talk to you again, Miss Davis. And it has been a pleasure to have you here with us today. But until next time, we gonna see you later. Okay? Get with
All
us.
right. Have a good.
Yes. Have a
Thank
great day.
you. Have a good one.
Uh huh.
All right. Bye bye.